2022 is almost over, and already we're drowning in fantastic television. The content carousel never stops turning, so it's up to you to grab what you want as it makes its rounds. To stay ahead of things, we've chosen a handful of series that you should get in your queue. Among the platforms Netflix, Amazon Prime, Apple TV Plus, and HBO Max. So I strongly recommend you to watch the full video so that you won't miss out on any one of these good shows. Number 10. Man vs. Bee. Man vs. Bee is a 2022 British comedy streaming television series starring Rowan Atkinson, created and written by Rowan Atkinson himself along with William Davies. Atkinson is most notably famous for playing the very famous Mr. Bean character on the big and small screen, as well as starring in Johnny English film series. When Nina and Eric leave for vacation, they hire Trevor, played by Rowan, to look after their mansion for a brief period. But when a bee enters the mansion, it's chaos and destruction all around. The show consists of 9 episodes, each of them directed by David Kerr. Atkinson stars as a down-on-his-luck man who finds himself entrenched in a battle with a bee while house-sitting a rich couple's modern mansion. Man vs. Bee has rated 6.8 on IMDb with 70% on Rotten Tomatoes score, and it's available to watch on Netflix. Number 9. Peacemaker. Peacemaker is an American superhero television series created by James Gunn. James Gunn is known for directing movies like Guardians of the Galaxy series and The Suicide Squad of 2021. Peacemaker is the first DC Extended Universe television series and a spin-off from the film The Suicide Squad. The show, set 5 months after the events of The Suicide Squad, the series follows Christopher Smith, aka Peacemaker, played by John Cena, an extremist murderer who believes he's on a quest for peace, killing anyone and everyone to achieve his ultimate goal, the peace, as he's enlisted by a Black Ops squad led by Clemson Man for Project Butterfly, a mission to take out parasitic butterfly-like creatures. Makers announced that they are going to bring the Season 2 in coming years. Peacemaker rated 8.3 on IMDb with 94% score on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's currently available on Amazon Prime. Number 8. The Umbrella Academy Season 3. The Umbrella Academy is a superhero streaming television series based on the comic book series The Umbrella Academy. The show revolves around a dysfunctional family of adopted sibling superheroes who reunite to solve the mystery of their father's death and the threat of an imminent apocalypse. The first season premiered in 2019. In the 3rd season of The Umbrella Academy, our superhero misfits had to do battle with an angry apocalyptic black hole, 7 warring superhuman siblings known as the Sparrows, and their very own detestable father. Every episode was chocked full of double crossings, twists, and deep mythology. So there is plenty to unpack from this fantastic series and its complex narrative. The show rated 7.8 on IMDb with 86% Rotten Tomatoes score, and it's available to watch on Netflix. Number 7. Love, Death, Robots Volume 3. Love, Death, Robots is an adult animated anthology streaming television series created by Tim Miller. Tim Miller is known for directing the movie Deadpool. The show consists of standalone episodes that contain different narrative and animation and are produced by different animation studios from a range of countries, exploring diverse genres, particularly comedy, horror, science fiction, and fantasy. Each episode is connected to the themes of the titular subject matters. This Emmy-winning animated anthology, Love, Death plus Robots, returned with a 3rd volume in May of this year. Terror, imagination, and beauty combine in these episodes, which stretch from uncovering an ancient evil to a comedic apocalypse, telling startling short stories of fantasy, horror, and science fiction, with trademark wit and visual invention. The show is available on Netflix with 8.4 ratings on IMDb and 85% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 6. Stranger Things Season 4. One of the most famous and awaited science fiction drama television series, Stranger Things released 4th season of this year. Set in the 1980s, primarily in the fictional town of Hawkins, Indiana, the series centers on a number of mysteries and supernatural events occurring around the town and their impact on an ensemble of child and adult actors. The Duffer Brothers developed Stranger Things as a mix of investigative drama and supernatural elements portrayed with horror and childlike sensibilities, while infusing references to the pop culture of the 1980s. Season 4 starts as struggling with the aftermath of the Battle of Starcourt, our group of friends are separated for the first time, and navigating the complexities in this most vulnerable time, a new and a horrifying supernatural threat surfaces, presenting a gruesome mystery that, if solved, might finally put an end to the horrors of the Upside Down. Number 5. The Boys Season 3. The Boys is a superhero television series developed by Eric Kripke for Amazon Prime Video. It's based on the comic book The Boys. The Boys Season 3 has been all about new factions forming as the teams that Billy Butcher and Homelander built around themselves fractured and split. The revelation that original superhero Soldier Boy was still alive changed the hierarchy of power in the Boys universe, as Homelander suddenly had an opponent to fear, and Butcher had the weapon he needed to finally kill his nemesis. However, the penultimate episode delivered the bombshell that Homelander was created from Soldier Boy's DNA, giving the two titans all the reason in the world to bond instead of battle. Without a doubt, The Boys Season 3 finale delivered the biggest and the best battle sequence the series has ever done. With 8.7 IMDb rating and 93% Rotten Tomatoes score, The Boys is available to watch on Amazon Prime. Number 4. Better Call Saul Final Season. Better Call Saul is a crime and a legal drama television series. It's a spin-off, prequel and sequel to the popular show Breaking Bad. Better Call Saul was supposed to be the story of a decent man becoming a poorer, sleazier version of himself, largely through his own action. But the show became so much more than even its predecessor Breaking Bad, like repetitive blows to a head with a blunt weapon. But Jimmy McGill's descent into Saul Goodman was like a slow-moving tragedy. Like stab-steel limbs with a penknife. It's over. Better Call Saul is over. Finally, I can say with utter conviction that Breaking Bad prequel and sequel spin-off had ended as a series that is slightly better than its parent. The show has rated 8.9 on IMDb and 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. You can stream it now on Netflix. Number 3. Extraordinary Attorney Woo. It's a 2022 South Korean television series starring Park Yeon-bin in the title role. Extraordinary Attorney Woo tells us the story of young Woo, an autistic lawyer working at a large law firm with Asperger's syndrome. Attorney Woo has eidetic memory that makes her a brilliant lawyer, as she's able to recall laws to refute the opposing lawyer's claims and build strong arguments to support her cases. Extraordinary Attorney Woo set the record for the highest ratings in ENA history. It received audience acclaim with its final episode recording an 17.5% nationwide ratings, making it the 7th largest and the highest rated drama in Korean cable television history and 6th highest rated television drama by the number of viewers. The series is available for streaming on Netflix in selected regions and also has an impressive 9 rating on IMDb and 100% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 2. House of the Dragon. Perhaps the biggest compliment that can be given to the new Game of Thrones spin-off prequel House of the Dragon is that the much-aligned original series' head writers David Benioff and Daniel Weiss have zero involvement this time around. 3 years later, HBO brought this prequel with Ryan Condal as writer and adapted partly from George R.R. Martin's book Fire and Blood. The series is set about 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones and 172 years before the birth of our beloved Daenerys Targaryen. It portrays the beginning of the end of the House Targaryen, the events leading up to and covering the Targaryen War of Succession known as the Dance of the Dragons. With very few episodes into the show, House of the Dragons managed 8.9 rating on IMDb with 83% Rotten Tomatoes score. The show is now streaming on Disney Plus Hotstar. Number 1. The Sandman. The recent sensational series The Sandman is a fantasy drama television series based on DC Comics, developed for streaming service Netflix and produced by DC Entertainment and Warner Brothers Television. The Sandman follows Morpheus, also known as Dream, as he's captured by a black magic occult group in 1916 and imprisoned and tries to escape. Dream finally manages to escape and spends the remaining issues trying to regain control of the world of dreaming and the powers he once possessed. Dream is the personification of all dreams and stories. He can make himself look like pretty much anything, though he's usually portrayed as a pale man with dark eyes. Hence, the main story follows Dream, and the comic's most famous and celebrated stories tend to put him at the center. With a 7.8 rating on IMDb and 87% Rotten Tomatoes score, The Sandman is available to stream on Netflix. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll bring you the most exciting list about movies and TV shows every day, so stay tuned to our channel. Until then, I'll see you all.